his cousin or his nephew had the same issue too in 2015 of February,
Yeah.
the same banned substance. But then the conclusion is that he received a 2-year ban, a suspended 2-year
Two-year
ban,
ban,
which he
yes.
has already gone
that,
out,
yeah.
especially since he's been out to the ring for about 2 years.
Yes.
So I think it was December 12th, just December 12th, that something was overturned, and so he's now free to go back. And then I think the unwritten agreement was that the BBBC, which is the British Board of Boxing Council, I don't know how they put it, is also going to fall in line to and grant him his license. Although they're coming out to say they're going to take their time, but this is an unwritten agreement. I think,
Exactly.
to me, it's all semantics. We all know what is going down. We all know this is a big way. I think this is a way to hype or promote the fighter. This is some kind of agreement between boards and promoters. And in the end, Tyson Fury has gotten his license back. It's now we're all looking forward to who's the next person he's going to face,
pick up and when that will be.
Yes.
But that also depends on another condition. It's not. Despite the fact that he's not been charged, but he has suffered for it already. Can he stay clean? Remember, Eddie Hearn told him that if he wants to come out to fight AJ, he should prepare himself that he has to stay clean and he has to be disciplined. Eddie Hearn wants to have Fury in his camp. He's a very tactical promoter. By the time he has those two guys, he has...
No, but Fury has signed a new contract with another fighter. I forgot what they're called. Is it MK Ultra or something like that? He signed the contract. We reported this a few weeks ago. But of course, Eddie Hearn is looking for cornering that British boxing market, especially in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
And there's no bigger name right now than AJ, Joseph Parker, and currently Tyson Fury.
Of course.
David Haye, old school. Tony Bello, just kind of making his way up the ranks. And there's no way Tyson is going to face up with his own nephew.
Yeah.
So, they're just, I think they're just trying to, we need another big name so that we can keep this the titles in England and make, that big name
for themselves.
That big name fight. Yes. So right now, I think all this is just semantics. It's just for us for public consumption. But everything that they want is already set out.
And this is just a script.
It's just played out the way it's played out exactly the way they wanted it to play out.
This is the Stadium of Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, redefining broadcasting. My name is Ted and Buchi is here. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, we'll go straight into the world of football. Real Madrid is playing now, by the way, Club World Football against Al Jazeera there in the UAE. And of course, a lot of things happening with the Super Eagles, the whole deduction of points or overturning of the result against Algeria for fielding an unqualified player. Whose error is that? Who made that mistake? Who was responsible for this? And why the CAF or FIFA not also know that such a person should not play? It could have actually cost us a place in the World Cup if it was in one of the results that determined us going to the World Cup. How do we keep making these mistakes? Do stay with us. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines for you. Of course, Chelsea fans, I know they're celebrating a small victory yesterday. When you see small boys,
small victory.
Do stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
This is Human Rights Radio 101.1, redefining broadcasting.
You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, redefining broadcasting. This is The Stadium with Ted and Buchi. Buchi, before we went on a break, this news has been everywhere about another big mistake that we made. The fielding of Shehu Abdullahi in the game against Algeria, which we drew. The same game that cost us a ranking because we played a lower ranked team and we drew.
Yes.
We jumped from 41st to 50. It never finished yet. More things are coming from that game. After dropping the ranking, now the issue of an unqualified player that shouldn't have played in that game has come. Whose responsibility is it? FIFA, the NFF. The NFF president has come out to apologize, yes, but it's been said after death. Assuming it was a game that gave us the points to go for assuming this happened, Argentina, their last qualifier, that Messi scored a hat-trick and they won. Assuming something like that happened to them, it will be overturned and they won't qualify because 3 points have been awarded to Algeria now fully.
Yes.
Whose responsibility? Which level of oversight is that carelessness is this?
I think it's on both sides.
He had 2 yellow cards building up to that game.
Exactly.
Why did nobody remember or wanted to use the back door to do it the Nigerian way?
No, I mean, who was monitoring it? What about the match coordinator?
The match commissioner, the fourth official, the referee. When he books you, he indicates.
So he writes it down. So there should have been something. For the love of God, who is monitoring these things? I think we all blame has to be shared accordingly. Blame has to be shared to the NFF, and blame has to be shared to FIFA. I mean, how can we make this kind of blunder? How can we make this kind of mistake? The man had 2 yellow cards and was still fielded on that field. Is it that, I mean, at one point, do we also bring in the coach? Did the coach actually forget about this thing?
Okay.
Did our own officials forget about this? And then also,
the coach has a team around him that should be responsible.
There should be a team around, exactly like you said. There should be a team of people around
which
him.
There is, but I don't think they do that work.
They don't. It's just to show you the kind of lapses that just exist. I mean, we praise our commission, but this is something as basic and fundamental as this. Come on. Who do we hold responsible? I think both sides must take the blame because
the NFF president has come out to apologize, but I think FIFA also need to apologize.
Exactly.
We are apologizing as well that we made a mistake. It has cost this is it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, highly embarrassing. It could have cost, if, like you said, if this was actually a match that really mattered, it decided towards qualification. What are we going to do? We've all celebrated for weeks on end now.
They are giving us money,
and then all in the end, all of a sudden, you know what? Sorry guys, you don't make it. Return back that money and step aside. Come on.
This is a stadium. We're discussing what went wrong. That Shehu Abdullahi was featured against Algeria, and the 3 points have been taken. It was a draw. Now 3 points have been awarded fully to Algeria. The game, the result has no impact. The outcome has no impact on our qualification or our stand in the World Cup. Not that they will replace us with Algeria. Maybe that would have even been better, so that they will go and face Argentina. Let's come and sit down and clean our house. Call the number 081-8999-1011. Buchi, yesterday, what happened in England? Victor, I'm not asking the scoreline between Chelsea and which other team. I don't remember. But Victor Moses played his 200th EPL game.
Yes,
that is a massive record for him.
It's a big record for him. Kudos to him on that. He played his 200th game and also played in a game that his team won. So I think it's a win-win. It's a good celebration, a win-win for him.
We have somebody on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Welcome to the stadium.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, this is the stadium of Human Rights.
To blame, man.
You say?
I was thinking of the footballer himself.
Okay. Oh, the player himself.
Yes, we were responsible because where he has a 2 yellow card.
Okay.
And he went on to play.
Well, but if he wanted to play, and if all checks were done, because a team list is usually
submitted
long before.
And after each of those games that he got a yellow card, there were match commissioners that write reports after games. They are paid heavily to do that. So why was that not why did not follow up?
If the coach forgot or any other person,
yes.
He himself should know.
No. You can't blame the player. I mean, if the coach tells you, "Oh yeah, go and play," you stand up and you answer the call. And
some people will even play if they had a red card.
In fact, if it's red card, the person might even go back and play if the team is told to do so.
All right, thank you for your contribution. You didn't tell us your name.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, he rushed to make his point that he didn't tell us his name.
You can't. I don't think you can blame the player in that.
Yeah, he's
regard.
talking about the player.
It's not the player. I mean, what if the coach tells you, "Oh yeah, go on the field"?
Say, coach,
You say, "Coach, sorry, I have to yellow card. I can't go."
So he shouldn't even have been in camp.
He shouldn't have even He shouldn't have even flown out there at all. He should have been left aside. That's not his fault. He was called up. He answered the call. He did his job and his national duty. It was the staff, all those people all around who
the
should have noted these things.
Yeah. Call the number 08189991011. Hello, good evening and welcome to the stadium.
Hello.
Good evening. My name is Ted. What is your name and where are you calling from, sir?
My name is Abdullah. These few people are talking of ball. There is hungry in Nigeria. There is hungry in Nigeria. You are talking of ball. All the time. Don't let people rest.
Okay.
We don't have time to listen to ball. There is hungry in Nigeria. There is hungry.
Okay, so we should talk about food. No.
This morning, I never take anything. You are talking about ball.
Some people want to hear it so that they can forget that they are hungry.
Your stomach is full. That's why you are talking of ball.
It's full.
Who's hungry cannot listen to ball.
It's full of football, actually.
Ball.
All right. Thanks for calling the stadium. Which is say you should talk about food. Call the number 08189991011.
No, should we talk about football or football?
That's the thing. Of course, we're going to talk about food on this show. Diet for athletes. That's coming up very, very soon. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the program.
Good evening. Only Chelsea on the line.
All right.
Mini, my brother.
Where have you been? You call only when Chelsea win a match.
It's work. I've been busy, but I've been doing business. I've been busy all day.
So if Chelsea lose, you not call. Once they win, you're on the line.
Ted, why are you an enemy of progress? Oh, Mini, my brother, no mind that.
Whenever the program comes up, I do play for body. There is work. I've been busy.
All right, Omini, make your contribution.
Actually, I want to comment on the first two callers that called earlier. The first one commented on the players. How can you blame the player when the player is willing to give his whole heart to the country?
Exactly.
It's not left for the coach and the officials of Nigeria to know that this guy is on book already.
Exactly.
At the first place. To me, I don't blame the player because he's willing to play for his father's land. And secondly, the second caller said about football. Telling them, I said football is what unites the country. Football is a passion that unites the three ethnies of Nigeria. That if you don't like football, that doesn't mean you should not allow others that love football like me, that have passion for football, to go watching football. And thirdly, concerning said a small win. What do you mean by small win?
Tell him. Tell him.
Tell him.
Right now, I'm still paying for marketing to drop a marriage to drop a wife.
So that you go up to me.
Why not? I feel like you should drop it so that I was still climbing off.
Okay, at the end of today's games, we'll see what Man City and Man U will have.
I'm going to drop points so that I can climb up.
Yes, so my brother.
That's a powerful prayer there. All right. Thanks for being part of the program. Omineda bringing out his calculator already, calculating where Chelsea will end at the end of the season. All right, but it's something that we raised on the program a couple of weeks ago about national team coaches and club coaches having this conversation, this synergy to talk about players like coaches talk to club coaches like Arsene Wenger, like Mourinho. They have this conversation to field players from those countries because of competitions that will be coming up.
Yes.
News has it that General has decided to take the bull by the horn by meeting with coaches. He's starting first of all with Leicester City to speak with Claude Port to see. Kelechi Iheanacho is a wonderful player, but he's not seeing action at the club. Musa has been sidelined completely. It's only Wilfred Ndidi that is actually playing week in, week out, and it's in hot form. We're preparing for the World Cup to go to Russia in June, and we have these wonderful players who are not playing for their clubs. What justification do we still have to bring them in? Is it up to them, or like you said the other time that they should up? Somebody called, I think it was Suleiman also, that the players need to up their game in order to be fielded by this. We thought Kelechi leaving Man City was going to a club where
was actually exactly. We thought it would be like a Neymar PSG situation where he would have that spotlight to shine.
But all of a sudden,
unfortunately, the reverse has been the case. I'm still of the opinion that the player must up his game. But then, how can you up your game if you're not given the opportunity to do so.
Yes.
I mean, Victor Moses right now. I said Victor Moses. I apologize.
Kelechi.
No, Musa.
Okay, Musa.
Ahmed Musa, of course, has been sidelined. He's in the B team, but he's playing regularly in the B team.
Yeah.
Now, if time goes on and hopefully the gods smile and the coach actually looks his way, could say, you know what, let me try you, come back to the big leagues. But then a player like Iheanacho right now is just practically languishing right there. I mean, he's not even a super sub in the word of super sub. He's not actually a word of super sub.
That's an amazing player.
He is. So I think yes, I think it's a good idea for coaches for countries, club coaches and country coaches to actually liaise, especially in the situation where you have the World Cup coming up.
Yes.
You're trying to find the best legs. And the only way you can assess your players or your best legs is by having them feature on some sort of, I won't say some sort of regular basis, but then the flip side, you have to also look at it as
What do you
coach.
think our coach is going to tell Claude Paul about this?
I think he's
will
just
he
highest.
mention Ahmed Musa? Will he bring him up at all?
I mean, to be honest, I think what he's going. I mean, it's going to be a coach to coach.
Ironically, even though he's not playing for Leicester City, we keep inviting him and we keep using him in our national team.
Yes.
So it's like the most regular football he's been playing of recent has been for Nigeria.
Not exactly.
For
not for club. That's true. I think the coach is actually going to go in there and say it would probably be, coach to coach. Let's understand where I'm coming from. These are my challenges. At least I need, even if it's 2 games or 3 games. But then, of course, as a club side coach, you have a deadline. You have a target you're trying to meet, and you can't afford to drop points. And if the coach feels, if I feel this player right now, it could be detrimental to the style or the play or pattern that I have on ground.
I think we have one of the players online, but let's check who is here. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stadium.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Ted. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Kutunguru. I'm Abu Ademu by name.
Okay. Make your contribution.
Your network is cracking. I'm not hearing you well.
Oh, okay. Maybe you have to change the position.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you hear me now? Hello, sir. Oh, that's a caller there. Do try to call us back if you want to make your contribution. Network is malfunctioning but misbehaving or disbehaving or underbehaving. Whatever English it is, just try and get to us again to be part of this conversation. 08189991011. Which Real Madrid is playing the Club World Cup.
Yes.
Barcelona is already leading the table. This is a distraction for them as well, but they are very happy playing that competition. They are playing against Al Jazeera as we speak. But Barcelona take advantage of this to expand the lead on the table. They already do.
Of course.
Somebody is here. Hello, good evening and welcome to the stadium.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the stadium. My name is Ted. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm Abu Ademu from Kutunguru.
Okay, welcome. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask you, is it Bakara Makala?
No, my name is Ted. This is the stadium and this is a sports program. Do you know?
Okay, I want to ask, when the way Engineer Tony will start this new program?
Okay, you know what to do? Call this number tomorrow by 7:30, between 7:30 and 9 a.m. during the Brekete family program, and somebody will respond to you. Is that okay, sir?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good night. Thank you. Yes, Buchi, you are talking about Real Madrid. The game is going on.
The game is going on. Yes. Of course, Real Madrid have been struggling. They're 4th on the league right now. They've been struggling, but you need some of these kind of games to boost your confidence and actually, build up that kind of synergy within the team, especially after I think we've said this a lot. I mean, the difference between self-confidence and being overconfident or even arrogant to a degree.
Not motivated.
Even arrogant to a degree. I mean, Ronaldo winning the Ballon d'Or, coming out to sort of. For me, in my opinion, it's sort of like castigating his own teammates. Calling himself the best. Whatever it is. But then you need these kind of games to build up your confidence and also towards, although it's, like you said, it is a distraction, especially from league commitments towards chasing down Barcelona towards getting that title.
Yeah.
But you also need these kind of games to, one, not just to build up that self-confidence within your team, but also allows you the opportunity, or affords you that opportunity to experiment with other team members, with maybe your your B team, with players on the bench.
Yeah, give other players
exactly.
a chance to
give
showcase.
other players a chance to showcase their talents and actually find that hidden gem. Hitting their gem that can be used to galvanize your main team.
If you go and you're not careful, because you are playing champions across
it's champions
the world.
across the world. As you know, this
so
is
you might get shocking results.
Exactly. This I always like these kind of competitions because we also get the spotlight on other players around the world that you don't hear about.
At all, yes.
Maybe this is their shot.
On leagues that are less marketed, don't have the TV publicity that we have.
This is their shot to shine, and then maybe. From those kind of performances, we get them into the mainstream leagues, the La Liga, the Ligue 1, the Premier League, in fact. So it's always a good competition and promotes the game, and that's why football is global.
Okay, Buchi, tonight there'll be games played in the league, in the EPL, and other leagues. But interesting game here. One of the interesting games here is Everton going to Newcastle. That is not doing well again. The inspiration of the Big Sam returning to Everton seems to give them a bite to get up. So it's a match to watch. Leicester City will be playing away to Southampton. Maybe we'll see our three brothers play together. Who knows? Manchester City will go away to Swansea. According to him, he wants them to drop points. So maybe Swansea can do you guys Chelsea a favor by beating them.
I'm actually looking at West Ham and the West Ham Arsenal match.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I want to see whether Moyes can actually pull a double.
A double.
You know, maybe actually we want Chelsea.
Bad Belay because they defeated Chelsea.
No. I'm actually more curious to see.
Shola is an Arsenal fan. She's looking at you.
I'm actually more curious to see whether it's not a fluke. Whether Moyes actually does have a plan and he's actually bringing that inspiration.
Watch out for those games and see Manchester United at home to AFC Bournemouth. That'll be a very classic one there. Liverpool at home to West Bromwich Albion with a new coach probably there to try to get out of the drop zone. So all those games, we'll watch them and then give you details of what we saw in those games and what we saw yesterday. Some people had some little victories. According to Omini, I shouldn't say it on air. I'm just taunting Buchi, my brother. Don't worry about that. Thanks for being a part of the program today. That's the size of the program, the Stadium on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. We'll do this again tomorrow. Thanks to Shola over there. Thanks to Desmond and thanks to Ugo for making this program go on air live. Thanks to everybody who supported. Until tomorrow again, we'll meet. Good night.